to whom you have not expressed gratitude since a long time. And after today's program, today's Sunday, before you sleep, please take out 15 minutes and switch off your Instagram, switch off your Facebook, switch off your Share Khan latest share prices, IPO prices, and all that. Switch it off. कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. Nothing special is going to happen in 15 minutes. Take a pen, take a paper. Don't write it electronically. It destroys the personal touch. Take a pen, take a paper, and write it. Dear so and so. It could be your sister, it could be your brother, it could be your friend, it could be your teacher, it could be somebody who's helped you in your life. Actually take out quality time to think about how that person has helped you in your life, and you actually write it down. And I can tell you, it can be a very transformative experience. If something good was done to you in your life 20 years back, 15 years back, 5 years back, if it was so good, just remembering it and just reminding yourself, I was in such a big situation, it was such a terrible situation, and this person, he just walked in, she just walked in, or my elder sister, she caught hold of me and said, कुछ तो गलत है, कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है तुम्हारी जिंदगी में. And I said, no, कुछ नहीं चल रहा है, नहीं कुछ तो गड़बड़ चल रहा है, बता. And I mentioned, and she helped me. Just write it down. Thank you so much for being such a nice friend. Thank you so much for being such a help. And I am what I am today because you helped me at the right time. So this is called a gratitude letter. If possible, higher than that. You want to hear what is higher than this? Okay, I'll tell you. If he does not want to listen. Yes. How many of you want to listen something higher than a gratitude letter? It's very, very sweet. It's a gratitude visit. You actually go to somebody's home and you keep your phone on the side and you switch it off or you put it on silent and you say, you know why I'm here? Kuch to hoga na? You want me to invest in some company, or you want my advice, which is the latest car, that is the best car. EV खरीदो कि diesel वाली खरीदो कि petrol. None of that. NONE. I just came to meet you. नहीं पता यार, कुछ तो भाभी ने कुछ भेजा होगा शायद टिफिन में. I came to meet you. Come on, बोल दे क्या है. That's a wake up call. We are telling people, I have come here to meet you, and that person says, जो काम है बोल दे यार. Don't speak such a big lie. You should understand that's your image. Your image is you visit people only when there is some work. So we have to work on our image. We have to actually become sincere well-wishers of our friends and people who care for us. And you visit people not to get things done. You visit people not to get advice, financial advice and all that. You visit people because they're people. And you are a person. कैसा है? What is going on? Just have a honest heart-to-heart talk. So gratitude letter can be very, very, honestly speaking, purifying. It really purifies the heart of all the dirt. Because you have to seriously remember what good did the person do and what impact that help at that time has on your life today. If that help was not received at that time, your life would not be what it is right now. So you actually have to think about not just what that person did for you, but what is also the impact of what he did on your life. Can you imagine if writing a gratitude letter is very purifying? Can you imagine how purifying will be expressing your gratitude with your own mouth? I can tell you, it will make you uncomfortable. We are not used to speaking good things to people. We are just so used to making complaints to people. ये गलत हो गया, वो गलत हो, ये तो तुमसे होता ही नहीं है, ये तो कुछ काम के नहीं हो तुम. This is how we have trained our tongues. For the tongue that always finds complexities in people, for the tongue that always finds limitations in people, for that same tongue to glorify somebody, for that same tongue to find good things, the tongue will shiver. You will have stress. How to speak it out? बहुत अच्छे हैं. It doesn't come out only.
Even the reaction from the other person, तुम्हारी तबीयत ठीक है?
Yeah, but you know what? You can tell that person, मेरी तबीयत आज तक ठीक नहीं थी, और आज I'm making a turn around in my life. How many of you know how to ride a bicycle? if you are going in this direction, how much space do you need to make a U-turn on a bicycle? How much space you require? 3 feet as I go, right?
Yeah.
How much space does a car require to make a U-turn? Is it the same as that of a bicycle? It requires more space, right? I'll tell you something now. You know these big oil tankers in the sea? You know how much space they require to make a U-turn? They require 3 miles. 3 miles वो U-turn करने के लिए space लगता है उसको. So now, if you have a small car, it is 3 feet. Otherwise, it could 3 miles. We have to ask ourselves how long we have not made a U-turn in our life. So that is the kind of inertia we have, that speed we have. It's going to take that long. But I can tell you, a life that is based on expressing gratitude to people, a life that is based on writing gratitude letters, a life that is based on at least making one gratitude visit in a year is very, very sweet and very, very satisfying life. You want something higher than a gratitude visit? It's called a gratitude journal. You have a diary with you, and at least once in a week, the day when you have time, you take that pen and paper, and that gratitude diary is your wealth. You don't share it with anybody. And you write there, in this 1 week, I met this person, unknown person, I never expected that person to help me. Maybe in the bus, maybe in the taxi, maybe somewhere. But people keep, helping us unexpectedly. How many of you feel you went to the supermarket, you went to the shop, you went to bus, you went to on vacation, and somebody who was not supposed to help you. Did you express it? And because we don't express it, because we don't write it down, we actually forget it also. Actually, so many nice people we have met in our life, but we never expressed our gratitude to them, we never wrote it down. And sometimes what happens is, when somebody does something harmful to us, when somebody does something wrong to us, we do remember it for years together. So you know what has happened over a period of time? When people misbehaved with me, when people spoke in a harsh way with me, I have noted it down on my heart. Isne mere saath aisa bola and all that. And all the good things that happened in my life. Strangers came and helped me. Usko main yaad nahi rakha. So right now, what is the state of my heart?
Negative.
It's painful, and it's a lot of complaining, it's a lot of irritability. और थोड़ा पूरा volcano erupt हो जाता है. What if I write down all the good things that people have done to me, God has done to me, my friends, my family members have done to me on my heart, and when somebody misbehaves with me, I say, आज उसका मूड खराब है, आज भाभी जी ने ज़्यादा मिर्ची डाल दी खाने में. Right? What happens to the heart? Actually, the heart will be a very healthy heart. I tell you something. In a cancer hospital, they did a research. They found out 85% of people in a cancer hospital have forgiveness issues. What does it mean to have forgiveness issues? It means there is one person in their life they cannot forgive. मैं इनको forgive करूँ, उसको नहीं करूँगा, उसने, he did something wrong in my life. That burning charcoal of anger that they're carrying in their heart, that one day वो सामने आएगा ना, उसके मुंह पे मारूंगा, but that person is gone, either to some city, either in another country or another planet. But you are carrying that piece of charcoal in your heart. What happens to your hand if you're carrying a piece of charcoal in your hand? It burns. So many cancer patients are basically carrying a serious grudge and serious unwillingness to forgive somebody in their heart. How many of us are carrying a sincere desire to thank somebody? लेकिन क्या हो गया? Monday was heavy, Tuesday was really busy, Wednesday को समय नहीं मिला, Thursday my health was not good. This Sunday I have already put it in my calendar. Morning 8 o'clock I am going to make that phone call to that person. Thank you so much for your help that day. So many of us carry grudges, but we don't carry gratitude in our heart. It's very important. So we'll end with this. The difference between gratitude and greed. Greed teaches you to focus on what you don't have. And gratitude teaches us to focus on what you already have. Greed gives you a definition of success that success means to get what you like. That's success. Gratitude gives you a definition of happiness. Happiness is to like what you get. Gratitude teaches you to be always miserable because the goal of life is MORE. More. And gratitude actually teaches you to be always contented. And the goal of life is ENOUGH. There's a lot. We are not beggars. It's not that we don't have tomorrow's breakfast. Kahan se aayega? No, we're doing good. Just that greed has overpowered us. Greed sometimes makes us cross our boundaries. Maybe verbally, maybe physically. People do cross their boundaries, right? In greed. Gratitude will not only keep you safe within your boundaries, but also will keep you convinced that that is a good place to be. हम हमारी मर्यादाओं में रहेंगे. कई बार जो झगड़े होते हैं और बहुत कुछ होता है, वो मर्यादाओं को जब हम पार करते हैं तभी तो होते हैं. So why did you cross your maryada? Greed is very situational. कहीं आप गए हो, उस व्यक्ति के पास बहुत कुछ है, then greed is sparked off. But gratitude is actually in the heart. Gratitude is dispositional. It's not situational. Your disposition is grateful wherever you go. You have gratitude in your heart. And greed is basically trying to put the individual over the community, over the family. And gratitude basically teaches that the family matters more than the individual, the community matters more than the individual. So I'll end with one story. One time, one guru in one ashram, he had 2 disciples and he liked one. So some of the other disciples, they complained. They said, हम सब एक समान हैं आपके लिए, तो आप गुरु जी हैं. Why you have more affection for this disciple? It's not good. This is not the right way to do it. आप partiality कर रहे हैं. He said, it's not partiality. It's just so sincere. He said, नहीं, गुरु जी हैं आप partiality नहीं करना चाहिए. He said, okay, sorry. Next day, he called his 2 disciples in front of everyone. And he said, this is 100 rupees. I want you to fill up my room with whatever you can, but only within 100 rupees. So one of them, he said, पूरी room भरनी है 100 रुपए से. कैसे भरेंगे? What will you do? Think about it. There are no right and wrong answers. Just, balloons, good, nice thought. Yes, anybody else? Cotton. You know what he thought? He said, सस्ता भी होगा. He went to Raddi shop. Cheapest thing is Raddi shop, right? He brought all the Raddi newspapers. And at least when you keep it flat, it occupies less space. You take one paper and you crumple it. Raddi, it becomes... So balloons also, it cost. This person filled up his guru's room because guru had mentioned 100 rupees mein puri room bharni hai with Raddi paper crumpled up. So made a bigger mess of that Raddi. The guru said, wow, I never thought of this idea. You are really nice. Let us go to that other person's room. You know what he did? Very sweet. When they opened the room, they saw the whole room was empty. In the center of the room, there was one diya. There was one deep. And he filled the room with light. How much did it cost? Maybe less than 6 rupees, 5 rupees less. But forget about the cost. The point is the consciousness. The mood. Both in one sense did what the guru said. Fill up the room. But this person filled up with Raddi newspaper. This person filled up with a lamp. And the guru said, now you know why I like him. It's not what we do. It's the mood with which we do things in our life. Actually, people don't remember us for what we are wearing. You may have an expensive watch. I don't think you think about it. I'm making a statement. If I'm wrong, please contradict me right now. How many people remember you for the golden bangles that you wear, or the costly watches that you wear, and how many people remember you for the kind words that you spoke to them in moment of distress. You know, the friendship that you offer to somebody, they still remember that, or they remember, अच्छा उस साल में तुम्हारे हाथ में वो गोल्ड वॉच थी 32 कैरेट वाली. Does anybody compliment you for that? We know this, we accept this, but we refuse to live by this. You know, finally the goal of life will be to get a 32 carat watch. Finally the goal of life will be to get that big huge SUV. But actually people don't remember. Okay, let me ask you a question. In your childhood, all of us were in schools and colleges. You close your eyes and you remember the best teacher of your school. Okay? And that best teacher of your school, was he somebody who won awards every month for being the best teacher award, or was he a good teacher for dash, fill in the blanks? Yes. The best teacher that you are remembering, was he always getting awards? Best teacher award of the district, best teacher award of the why do you remember him as the best teacher from your school probably 30 years back? Why do you remember it?
I just remember her for the value that she's added in us.
So finally, you know, the interactions, the learnings, why, how do you remember your best teacher for?
She taught me really well.
Yeah. So probably she extended beyond, you know, what she gave for the other students. Why do you remember your best teacher?
She remembers me by my name till date. So like I
That
feel
person
very
touch, naam
feel
yaad hai,
thankful
no? It
कि-
touches the heart, right? How many of you remember, you know, the watch और अंगूठियां कितनी थी आपके टीचर के हाथों में? Why do you remember your favorite teacher for?
She adored all her students, and I was also
Cared for students, really
Lot.
taught them, right? See, 30 years later, we remember our teachers for the personal connect, not for the gold in their fingers and all. Actually, it does not matter much. But Bombay is such a nice place. You know, all the billboards, all the advertisements, all the OTT channels are busy convincing you. Don't talk to people. Don't make that personal connect. Stay in your home, earn more money, spend money, and get those fancy items, and have no time to express gratitude to people around you. So we'll come back to that story. वो दिया लगाया, and that maybe 10-15 rupees. So that other person, such a good person, गुरु जी आपने बोला था 100 रुपए में भरना है, 90 रुपए जेब में डाले इसमें. See, he disobeyed you. ये लालची है, उसने 10 रुपए में सस्ते में निपटा दिया. That's another way of looking at it. 10 रुपए में निपटा दिया, 90 रुपए जेब में डाले. मैं कितना होनहार हूं, 100 रुपए के 100 रुपए खर्चा किए. See how life is. See how sincerity will always be doubted. So one challenge of being a good person in this world is, I was a good person at one point of time. But when I was a good person, people made fun of me, people laughed on me, people passed comments on me, people criticized me. बोले भोंदू है ये. Also used. But if you are really good and if you are really expressing gratitude to God, then you say, I did it for him, I did not do it for that person. Always remember that. When we are good and when we really want to do something for God, even if people misunderstand us, will God misunderstand us? Is there in the heart, right? So anyway, this person criticized. So always remember this. First, it's very difficult to be good. After you're good, somebody will pass a comment on you. But you go on. So इसने ये ऐसे कमेंट मारा, ये लालची है, 90 रुपए जेब में रखे इसने. You know what this person did? So माताजी जो बोले, प्रभु, you know, exploit and comment pass है तो बुरा लगता है ना? अगर कोई साधारण व्यक्ति होता जिसने 15 रुपए में 10 रुपए में वो दिया जलाया है, and he actually fulfilled it, but this person is passing a nasty comment, acid फेंक रहा हो, what would happen to a normal person? Out, brush your tongue, you fool, तूने तो रद्दी से भरा, मैंने तो इतना बड़ा काम. You know what he did? Wait a minute, he said, I have some money with me. You're right, actually. He went and he said, I'll do something. You know what he did? वो थोड़ी अगरबत्ती लेके आया और अगरबत्ती जलाई उसने. So the room was already full with light. He filled it with fragrance, another substance. एक ही वस्तु से रूम फुल हो गई थी उसकी. इन्होंने एक वस्तु से फुल की थी, लेकिन जब nasty comment आया, he brought very fragrant अगरबत्ती and lit it, and the fragrance also filled up the room. So he said, I'm really sorry for misbehaving. Actually, you asked me to fill the room only with one substance. I'm sorry, I filled up your room with two substances. So, when you're good, you will be taken for a task. You will be condemned. You will be doubted. You will be criticized. But the point is, that is the test. कि हमने अच्छाई जो की, हमने सही चीज जो की, वो दिखाने के लिए की कि अच्छाई करने के लिए की. तो अच्छाई करने के लिए जब कोई क्रिटिसाइज करता है, we step up ourselves and we go to a higher level and we say yes, I'm sorry, 90 रुपए बचे हैं. मैंने तो सोचा कि एक ही चीज से भरनी है ना, तो मैंने दिए से भर दिए, प्रकाश से भर दिया. Sorry, I have that money with me. And you again fill that room with fragrance. And अभी क्या बोलेगा वो? How could you not reply with a nasty comment? How could you still have a positive mood? And how could you even have another agarbatti there? So we have to learn to surprise people with these kind of responses. People surprise others by giving nasty responses, but we have to learn the art of surprising people with giving this unpredictably good response. But all this requires
Time.
He's the culprit. I didn't say anything. So, if we really want to be grateful, if we really want to experience satisfaction in our heart, if we really want to have good, meaningful relationships, bullet train is good for traveling. Courier is fast, so we need fast courier. We need fast internet. Relationships means slow down, slow down, slow down. Spend quality time, express gratitude, write a gratitude letter, give a gratitude visit, write a gratitude journal. And even after doing that, somebody will criticize you. Don't take it to your heart. Continue doing what you're doing. One day that person will realize, actually, he's a gentleman. I spoke such nasty words about this person, but he never took it to his heart and he always kept helping me. One day will come. But one person who will benefit out of this is, I'll give you a guarantee, one person will benefit. You will never go to the cancer hospital. तो यहाँ पे जो ग्रज रख के जी रहे हैं ना लोग, इसको देख लूंगा, वो आपके साथ नहीं होगा. Let people, इसको कैसे डिस्टर्ब करो, इसको कुछ भी बोले डिस्टर्ब ही ना, let him go to a hospital. Lead a happy life, lead a healthy life, right? So please read, positive books. He has some copies of the Gita. If possible, one page of the Gita per day can actually surcharge you with so much positivity. And have good thoughts, gratitude, helping, right? So if you read the Gita, if you do some kirtan, spend time with good people. One of you, I think, said, spend time with satsanga, right? Good people. So you hear good things. अच्छी चीजें आहार अंदर जाएंगे तभी तो कुछ अच्छा होगा. यहाँ से जो आहार है, it's all gossip. This is dirty. Food we are eating is contaminated. How good output will come? And there is a principle called GIGO. Heard about it? Garbage in, garbage out. So there's so much ahar that is dirty. So then that's what comes out. Actually, we have to replace our ahar, not just here. We have to replace our ahar of the eyes. We have to replace our ahar of the ears also. And then there is a change. Then there is a positive change possible. So Mataji, she gave me this topic and you have to speak on this topic. So if any credit comes, then she's responsible. If I spoke something wrong, then please catch me. I'm here only. And special gratitude to Vishweshru. Special gratitude to both of you and special gratitude to all of you, including our Mridanga player. That he spent time and So can we have some small kirtan after this?
Yes.
Yeah. Before we have food, we'll have some kirtan and request everyone to close your eyes and not chant with your tongue. We'll chant from our heart. Yeah. You can catch this mic.
Yes.
So all of you please. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Jai Radha, Gopinath Radhe, Jai Radha, Madhav Radha, Madhav Radhe. Jai Radha, Govinda Radha, Govinda Radhe. Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Jai Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Jai Radha Rashmi Hari Radha Rashmi Hari Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Jai Radha Ramana Jai Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Jai Radha Gopinath Radha Baladeva Jaya Jai Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Anybody has any questions or you want to share something? Do you have a question or something?
I have a question.
Okay. Least expected. Okay.
Probably, actually, I just wanted to ask you that many a times, even when you don't want, the negative emotions keep coming to you, right? And let's say you're going to do something and there's a negative thought that comes to your mind, "ये तो गया, फिर नहीं होने वाला." Something, many times these negative thoughts come to your mind.
About self or something?
About self, or of course about self is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So many times people call it self-sabotage is what
Yeah.
say, and that is sometimes there, and you can very distinctly see that you are trying to think something else, but your mind is telling you no, it is not like this. So two things that I wanted to understand: that how do you basically come to terms with these kinds of feelings, or is it the gut feeling and is it the right thing that is coming to you? How do you understand that feeling?
So, first thing is, is it a gut feeling or is it what is the second option?
Is it a gut feeling or is it something that just mind is playing tricks with you?
Many times mind is playing a tricks with us. We're just trying to test whether we can maintain our positivity. Whether, see, to get a goal, you'll have to stay fixed on the path, right? Every goal has some path. There's a road that leads to the goal. Those who stick to the road can reach the goal. Those who don't stick to the road and they stick to the goal, they can't reach the goal. If you keep talking about the goal but never stick to the path to the goal, how will you reach the goal? So it's just a question of, there's so much negativity around, there's so much you can't do it feeling, and sometimes we have our own memories how we did not become successful in the past. So maybe in the 5th standard, maybe when I was 20 years old, I did not do successfully. All those memories are also there, and they spring up at the wrong time. Yeah. So we have to have enough memories of the good things that we are doing and write them down. That's what I meant. अगर अच्छी चीजें जो की है आपने, जहाँ पे भी सक्सेस मिला है आपको, क्या आपने लिख के रखा है उसको? Because the mind is always trying to help us focus on where we failed. But we have to tell our mind, you can't fool me like that. So wherever you did good, whether you were successful, you write it down. And anytime you feel you can't do it, this is a fact, right? True things. I did it. This I did it. This I did it. So if I did so many things in the past, I can do it. I have that ability to do it right now also. But if you don't write the good things that you did, then the mind has that evil tendency to tell you, वहाँ तो गड़बड़ हो गई थी तुमसे, और वो तो गड़बड़ हो गई थी. तो हमको सही समय पे गलत चीज याद दिलाना, ये सबसे बड़ा तकलीफ है. बट सही समय पे अगर सही चीज याद आई, you know, that was also a tough time for me. 2004 was a tough time for me, but I managed to go through 2004. Why can't I manage to go through 2024? So anything positive that we do, we should write it down and not allow, you know, this extra bombardment of all, you can't do it, you know, the lack of confidence that keeps springing in the heart. We should allow it to be on the side. So we can't eliminate the negativity, but we can overpower negativity with positivity. Negativity को निकाल नहीं सकते मन से, unless you are really focused and you are really very positive. But what you can do is periodically you overpower it. So to overpower, you will have to remember and write down, you know, something that you did for somebody or something that somebody did for you. अच्छी चीजें लिख के रखो जो आपने किसी के लिए की और किसी ने आपके लिए की है. So that gives you always, you know, that faith that no, it's possible, it's doable. Otherwise वो नहीं लिख के रखेंगे तो फिर वो ये तो हुआ नहीं तुमसे, और उन्होंने तो तुमसे इतना तकलीफ कर दी थी, तुम फिर I also cannot do it. That person also did not help me at the right time. So that's how the mind works. Over a period of time, thinking positive becomes your habit. We are a product of our habits. What we do repeatedly becomes a habit. Yeah? So you think positively today, then you think positively tomorrow, then you think positively. So positivity becomes your habit. Right now, because we are not thinking positively, what goes around is negativity. And that has become a habit in the absence of a positive habit. It's all a question of having the right habits.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. We'll sing prayers before Prasad. Oh, you want some question? Yeah.
Just open
Okay.
the window.
I have a certain set of relatives since childhood who has been very harsh to me since a very long time. And since they are old enough to me, so I've never replied back to them ever. And now over time, even my parents have realized that they are extremely harsh and they portray their superiority complex onto us more. And it comes more when there is a certain successful event in my life, like you have done A, but look at this person, he has done A+2, especially if they are their kids. So I have distanced myself from them, but I know that time and again I will meet them into some social function and again they will throw that negativity. And I don't want to enter into an altercation with them because that's not how I am. It's specifically triggered when they are around. So, like Prabhuji, how should I deal with these people? I know that they will not go anywhere. So
They are part of family.
They are part of the
They're going to
family.
be there for good.
Yeah, they are a very close family, but even if I'm distancing myself, I know that one way or the other I will be meeting them now or soon. So,
See, the very fact that you are asking this question, you know what it means? It means somewhere there is some hurt. Right? Because if we deny that hurt, why would we even ask this question? Because it is hurting, then we say how to deal with that, right? So first we'll have to accept. It may be small, it may be tiny, but there is a hurt. So actually you need to accept that hurt. And next time they say, na, अरे आपने तो इतना सा किया और उन्होंने देखो इतना कर दिया. You can actually give them a very non-hurting answer, saying, but you know, I'm happy with what I did. This is a short answer. Are you insulting them? Are you saying, "Arey, oh, क्या बड़ा किया, मैंने तो A किया"? It's not about comparison. We don't want. They are getting into comparison. They are getting the negativity. We don't want to further that. We don't want to push it. You know what we can do is, your benchmark is this. My benchmark is this. Why are you working hard for happiness? Why are they working hard for happiness? I say, I'm happy with what I did, and it's my freedom to be happy with what I did, right? And I force you to be happy with something that, be happy with coconut water. You say, "But I want plain water." No, you have to be, our life is our choice. So anytime people, it's not just relatives, sometimes your friend, sometimes your boss, sometimes when they pass these acidic comments, I have learned one thing. Their happiness is in pointing out your defects or where you lack. And somewhere they are telling us, me also, you also, all of us, see, तुम्हारे पास ये नहीं है, उनके पास वो है, right? Somewhere we accept it. हम स्वीकार करें कि अरे, you're so happy, I got A, you mentioned, right? And somebody got A plus, so अरे आपके पास A है लेकिन उनके पास A plus है. लेकिन अगर आप A में संतुष्ट हैं, तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है? So what they want you is, they want to rob you of the happiness that is there on your face when you got A. By telling you, आपके पास A है, उनके पास A plus है. But you say, and you actually speak it genuinely because that's the reality, right? आपके पास A था, उन्होंने आगे वो nasty comment मारने से पहले you are happy. It means you have ability to become happy with A. Only when they push that A plus on your face, then you feel, अरे but उनके पास A plus है. Why do you allow them to tell you that you are unhappy? Why should somebody else tell me I am unhappy? I will decide whether I am happy or unhappy. I'll tell you something. All of us have a television at home. So television के एक remote रहता है. What is the remote? You are sitting there and you click buttons and the TV changes. In one sense, we have handed over the remote control of our emotions to other people. So they press, you are a happy person, you are happy,
They are expecting.
they press the unhappy button, and then you are accepting, A plus is greater than A. No! For you, A is sufficient. ENOUGH, like you decided, right? So when they try to push that unhappiness on you, अरे आपके पास तो है, हमारे पास A plus है, you know what? I'm really happy with it. And when you speak it genuinely now, I'm telling you, note it down. You will rob them of their. अरे ये तो A में happy है. I try to make her unhappy. You say, you know what? मैं तो पूरी तरह खुश हूँ A में. That is your job. That will be your happiness to see them, drop their joy. Yeah? People are really, intolerant of your happiness. तो हमको बोलना है कि मैं संतुष्ट हूँ, मैं सवाल नहीं, मुझे नहीं चाहिए A plus. You had something?
Yeah. So you narrated the story about the Diya and the Diya person, right? So you said keep bringing in more, like be nicer to the world, right? Even to the nasty people. That's what I understand. Now I have a question to ask you. If that was the case, is Kaurav and there is Pandav, and the God said no, they need to be shown their place,
Yes.
right? How much is enough? How much good
Yeah.
is enough to the people who don't care, right?
Yeah. So that's a very nice question and that's a very thoughtful question. Yeah. When do you stop tolerating and when you start giving justice or revenge, some kind of a feeling?
Or distancing
Yeah.
yourself.
So, one of the primary reasons why Krishna asked Arjun to fight the war is not for his personal sake. It's not brother against brother. It is that Arjun is like a king, so he's a ruler. When the ruler is destroyed, the whole army is also destroyed. So the principle of dharma is being represented by that person. When that person says, नहीं मुझे माफी दे दूंगी उनको, and Arjun goes away, Krishna says it will be misinterpreted as your cowardice. अरे डरपोक देखो भाग गया. One thing. So it is being misunderstood by people. मतलब आप बोल रहे हैं कि मैंने तो माफी कर दिया और लोग बोल रहे हैं कि ये तो बेवकूफ है, ये तो भाग के उठ खड़ा हो गया है. So that's wrong. More important than that is, if the people who stand for good principles, they take a lower position. In the absence of somebody standing strong, the people with the wrong intentions and the wrong motives, they stand strong. So ऐसा बोलते हैं, when wrong things happen in this world, it is not because the wrong people are more stronger than the good people. It is that the silence of the good people, or the inactivity, or the neglect of the good people. From that perspective, Krishna is saying, see, it's not you against Duryodhana, it is your principles against Duryodhana's principles. So it's not a person versus person fight, it's a principle versus principle fight. If in our lives, because you asked this question, if you feel the fight or the tussle, the tug of war is not a person based, it's a principle based, then you need to participate in that struggle and you need to prove how the right principle should always win. In one sense, the language that you used, that was the war. This person put the diya and he is giving a very positive example in front of the Radhi example, and actually he made a war against it and said, "Arey, ye to chalak hai, isko 90 rupees rakh le." What did he do? He attacked that negativity with positivity. Attack is not just with weapons, attack is also with the thoughts. So what he did, he did something good, तो appreciation मिलना चाहिए था, लेकिन उन्होंने क्या किया, उसमें भी खोट निकाली. So what did he do? He actually made an attack. He is doing something good. The person attacked, so he did not go back. He did not say, "Arey, sorry," but he attacked with more positivity. So when you continue doing what you believe in, when you continue doing the right principles, it's not that you are taking a back foot. In fact, it is like waging a war. You wanted to do good, people criticized you, people made fun of you, people exploited you, you still do good. So that doing good is also a war.
Just change your weapon.
Yeah, change your weapon. So you continue doing it. It's not that you are backing out. It's not that you are saying, ठीक है, अभी अच्छाई भी नहीं करूँगा, बुराई भी नहीं करूँगा. That would be losing out the battle. But when you say, नहीं, I started with अच्छाई, I'll keep doing अच्छाई. That's like pushing it ahead. That's like with more positivity you do something. That's it. Going ahead with the war. It's a warrior spirit. मैं पीछे हटने नहीं वाला. Just because somebody is laughing on me, because somebody is exploiting me, मैं पीछे नहीं हटने वाला. It's a warrior spirit. So we attack wrong feelings, wrong emotions, wrong values with the right values proactively. एक हो गया कि मैं तो चुप बैठा हूँ और कोई गलत करेगा तो मैं अच्छा करूँ, और मैं प्रोएक्टिवली अच्छा करूँगा, और उस प्रोएक्टिवली अच्छा करने से कुछ ना कुछ तो उधर से आएगा, मैं और अच्छा प्रोएक्टिवली करूँगा और अच्छा प्रोएक्टिवली. So let us wage a war proactively. Wars don't have to be started by wrong people always. We can start a war on wrong qualities by good qualities. Let us start a positive war. We feel wars means always negative war, but no, wars can be really positive. So with positivity, let us wage a war against negativity. With gratitude, let us wage a war positively against greed. So we'll chant our prayers and then there's prasad for everyone. Mahaprasade Govinde.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Akhil.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे
Mahaprasade Govinde.
नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यावतं राजन् विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीर अविद्याजल शरीन्द्रियाता एका जीवे फेदे विषय सागरे तारमध्ये जीवाती लोभो माय सुदुर्मती काके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय करिबोर जीव स्वप्रसादम लोभाय नाम बताओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण प्रेमिड़ा को श्री चैतन्य निताय श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Srivasadi
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan Prasad ki jai.